So when you say you want to manifest something, does it mean that you ask the universe and the universe just gives it to you? No. The universe helps you to prepare to be able to utilize the thing that you asked for to get the most out of it. Um, like for example, when a child asks a parent that, hey, I want, um, say a sword, right? I want a sword to play with. And because the parent loves the child and want the child to be able to protect himself and have the physical training and the mental training in order to utilize that sword properly, what the parent will do is say that yes, you can get the sword, but you have to train, you have to practice, you have to show me that you're ready. I bought this sword for you. Since you asked for it, it's yours. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to be given away. Nothing like that will happen. But you have to learn how to use the sword properly. You have to train. You have to grow your mental stamina and you have to learn the techniques so that when you do get the sword, you're able to use it to its full potential and not cause harm to yourself or others, right? That's what a loving parent would do. And just like that, that's how the universe is. The universe is not going to give us something when we are not ready for it. So when we are asking for patience or we are trying to be the best version of ourselves, right? Be faithful and so on and so forth. The universe will give you experiences where you are forced to step into the person you claim to be or you want to be, right? So if you want healing, you are going to have a lot of your old wounds um, come into your experiences, whether in the same form or different form, or it's, just taking different faces but the same wounds, right? Now, it's your job to step into the person and self reflect and heal, heal the trauma that wasn't caused by you. We always expect the people who traumatized us to heal us. We always go back to them for apology. We always go back to them for closure. But at the end of the day, they will not give you that. And even though you didn't cause your trauma and you probably had no hand in it, it is still your responsibility to heal because that's the only thing that's holding you back is the past, right? So if you love yourself like the way you say you do, then you will do the work of healing. And it's not easy, and healing is not linear, you know. Some days you will have good days, some days it will be horrible. But once you consciously decide that, hey, I want to be the person who's not hurting all the time, who's not um, living um, while being triggered by anything and everything that is around me, you know. So you have to do that work. You have to do that preparation because you are only responsible for you in the sense of your own healing. And that's what the universe does. It gives you opportunities um, to be the person that you either claim to be or want to be, right? When you ask for patience, you will encounter uh, people in your daily lives, whether it's your family, your children, your husband, your wife, or whether it's your neighbors or even people on the street, anyone you interact with. Things will happen with people and things that will require you to step into being a patient person, right? So if, say, something happens and instead of stepping into the person that you want to be, which is a patient person, you just lose it, you know, then clearly you're wasting this opportunity that the universe is providing for you to grow into a more patient person. And growth is not linear either. So some days it's like, oh man, I'm great. And then some days it's like, yeah, I can work on that, you know. So, you know, I remember earlier in my healing journey, I would ask for things like patience, guidance, healing, and things like that. And God, it was so much what seemed like at that time negative experiences coming. The more guidance, more healing, more love, more patience I asked for, the more negative experiences that I experienced in my reality. And I'm like, oh man, maybe I should stop asking for it because it's coming to me because I asked to be this person that I'm not now. You know, I wanted to grow into this patient, very, you know, a loving person and so on and so forth. And the universe was giving me all these opportunities, so many opportunities to grow into it. And I was like exhausted. And it wasn't just once or twice, it was for years, for about 10 years. It's going up, it's going down, it's going up. And then when I think I got better at patience or I got better at faith or I got better at this, something else knocked me off, you know. And each time those opportunities came, in the beginning, it was hard for me to realize that these opportunities are the universe saying, yes, yes, you will be a more patient person. You will get more love. You will heal. You will get everything that you ask for. You just have to prepare for it, right? I didn't know at that time, of course, but that was the universe saying yes. So, years later, and I'm still on my journey because this journey is endless because life is going to happen. And I was thinking, I was like, man, maybe I should stop asking for these things, you know. But imagine how much love the universe have for you, how much protection it gives you. It protects you from yourself, just like a toddler or a newborn is protected by their parents or their loved ones from causing harm to themselves out of ignorance, right? So the universe also protects us from not only everything that's out there in this reality and on the energetic field, but it protects us from our own ignorance, right? The universe is like, don't go that way. I'm giving you signs. Don't go that way. But in our ignorance, we think that we should fight. We should work harder to go in a direction that our soul is saying that, hey, something is not right. Something is not right. Don't go that way. But we often overlook that feeling, our gut instinct or our inner self telling us, don't go this way. and we still push. Don't talk to this person, and we still justify, hey, we don't have a reason to dislike this person. Maybe I'm being judgmental. That way, what we do is we doubt our inner self, our inner guidance, right? Then granted, every maybe couple of years later, it shows that person was not a good person for you to be around, or is not a good person to have in your circle. They will either demean you, betray you, they will hurt you in one way or another. And then what you do is you're like, man, I knew it. I had a gut feeling in the beginning. I knew it. I should have listened to it. How many times in your experience you said, man, I knew it. I should have listened to my guts, right? But at the moment when it's happening, when the universe is protecting us and I am our inner voice is telling us, hey, don't do this, we always try to add logic to it and justify it and say things like, maybe I'm overthinking. And the minute that you do that, you you distance yourself from your inner self that's trying to protect you from your own ignorance. Because our inner self and the universe, the universal energy, knows and can see more than we ever can, right? In this human body. So when these subtle signs come and gentle nudges from the universe come, our job is to say that I don't have the evidence, I don't have a reason, I don't have any logic behind it, but something within me is telling me this is not a good idea. And you trust it and you move it with that direction, you know? I remember everything that happened to me in my past, it was because of my actions or my inactions, right? So inactions are something that I wasn't willing to do. I wasn't willing to offend my family. I wasn't willing to rock the boat. I wasn't willing to do a certain things. Therefore, I subconsciously allowed certain events to transpire, and that's, when you're in the, um, your healing journey, it's when you look back and you reflect, you can't reflect in a sense where it's everybody's fault. Things happened to me. You can't look at it in that sense. You have to see what what made you allow these type of events to transpire. Was it your low self-worth? Now that's an indicator that, hey, I have to work on my self-worth. Or is it your abandonment issue? Or is it, other different other traumas or whatever? Now, I'm not saying that when you are a child, you are in control of your environment, because you are not, right? When you're a child, the adults in your life control the environment that you are put in. And a lot of the time, we are put in an environment where we are just in survival mode. And the adults around us didn't do a very good job in cultivating the environment that they put us in, because they have their own baggage, they have their own trauma that they refuse to work on, right? So it poured onto the children. And when we finally get out of it, right? and we are able to mature and we are able to see the world for what it is, it's absolutely your responsibility to outgrow it, to do the hard work. Now, you can do the hard work physically, and you can, just go through the motion of life, or you can do the inner hard work. And that's the type of hard work that no one will see until it's done. So that self work, that self reflection, that gives you clarity and the awareness of who you are and who you are meant to be and what you want to be and what you want your life to look like. That's the type of work that no one sees until it manifests. And then when it does, you're like, how did you do that? How did you do that? That's why you hear stories of many successful people who came from nothing, who, out of the thousands and thousands of people in that environment, who are the only ones to make it out. It's because they chose to do the work, and the others chose to just go about the motion of life, whatever the society uh, gives them, or basically the role that society chose for them. And, you know, when you're doing the hard work, sometimes it will seem like the more hard work you do, the more negative experiences come to you. But again, it's an indicator on how much the universe loves you, because it's basically picking at your trauma. It's picking at your scabs that need to come out before the healing begins, right? The more trauma you have, the more scabs you have, more scars you have, and it will need to be picked out one by one until your healing can begin, until your body can go back to the way it was. So every time negative experiences come, uh, try to look at it in a sense of, what is the universe teaching me? Because if the universe didn't love you, it wouldn't want to teach you. It wouldn't want you to grow, you know? Um, the reason that anyone put effort into you is because they love you. It's easier to let you be and say, hey, that's not none of my business, right? But if somebody's coming without without any requirement, coming to help you, coming to teach you, coming to show you something, and that means they must have some love for you, for them to put in that time and energy and resources to help you grow, right? So even though when you look around, you see these experiences are nothing but the evidence of the universal love, the universal protection. And I need this message as much as anyone else everywhere does, you know. I look at it and I'm so grateful. And these experiences doesn't feel as negative to me. It's like, huh, I need to work on that. It's an indicator of where I am in my growth. It's an indicator, what about myself that I need to work on a little bit more. And if you don't know what you need to work on and you don't have any self-awareness, then you can't fix it, right? If you don't know what part of your house is broken, you can't fix it. What are you going to fix? So the universe is giving you all these indicators of where you need to grow, of where you are on your emotional scale, and it's your job to do the work. The universe showed you, hey, you need to do this. If you say that you want the things or you want to be the person that you said you want, and it's our job to commit, to be disciplined enough, whether we like it or not, to step into that role, to be more patient, to be more faithful, to be more resilient, to be more steadfast, to pour out love when there are hate everywhere. It's our job to step into it. And if you don't, then you remain the same. Then you will go through the pain. So you just choose what type of pain you want. You want the pain of staying sane, or you want the pain of growth. That's it. Either way, you are going to feel it, but one is going to take you dwindling down the road of despair and depression and anxiety, and the other one is going to uplift you and give you the life that you never imagined you would ever have. So decide today, discipline yourself, ask for who you want to be, and step into the role as the opportunities of growth come your way.